Now, keep in mind, with the video that I was making before, ultimately, while wanting to go on legalities as well as historical precedents and as well as procedure, all right? Salem, Massachusetts, during the Salem witch trials, it would have been absolutely unfathomable at that historical point, like that point in time in history, all right, that there would ever be a day that there could be legal proceedings done with a intermediary device. All right? So in other words, like Zoom court. All right? Which ends up going ahead and showing the factor of the advancement in technology and the progression of technology and the utilization of such, advancements by modern society and the amount of benefit that it ends up offering to every demographic. All right? So now, whether being talked on a scientific basis or on a legal basis, or even, on a entertainment basis. All right? So it could be argued, all right, me charming the smoke. One thing I kind of compared it to was kind of using the force. All right? Now keep in mind, in China, there was actually a form of, manipulation of your personal, chi called Qigong. All right? Which ultimately, charming the smoke would actually also give validity to the theory of chi. With video evidence and demonstration. All right? So that being said, it would actually culturally go ahead and give credibility, to a society that ended up saying, we believe that the human being and the human body is capable of doing so much more than human beings as a whole ever would have imagined would have been possible. What would be another example like that? Oh, that's right. Space travel. Once upon a time in history, there was no Challenger disaster. Once upon a time in history, there was no space race. There was nobody that had ever stepped foot on the moon. And then there was. The amount of work that it took for it to be, and then there was, is a lot more than anybody that wasn't part of the project or part of the process could fathom. And the amount of manpower that ends up taking, the amount of resources, all that. All right? But then, everything got said and done, and the finished product ended up showing the finished results, as well as the cost of doing business. All right? Now, when it comes to the cost of doing business as a country, all right, how many times has the military-industrial complex, as well as the Department of Defense, ended up going ahead and establishing dominance on a military basis throughout the globe by going ahead and saying, yeah, we don't give a fuck about the cost of business. That right there, that's going to go ahead and send enough of a message to say, do you really want to find out what the fuck we got? Because understand, us going ahead and being able to pose that question in good faith means that if there is somebody in history that decides to step out of line and decides, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and be the starting gun to the global genocide and global nuclear war that ends up eliminating humanity as a whole. We've got a good enough rapport and track record to be like, set phasers to molecules. Set phasers to molecules, all right? I want to know that by the time that we're done, that the cremation process and the end result of cremation will be considered getting off lucky in comparison to what the fuck we're capable of doing to you if you step out of line.